Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about detoxification. Wow, what a word, right? And, I think that's probably one of the biggest, largest group of questions that I get about food and health and wellness is, Kat, what do I do to detoxify my body? And that's just a huge question because everybody's so different. But we really need to be detoxifying on a daily basis. I know you always hear about me saying that same thing. There's times during the transitional seasons that we can give our livers and our systems a nice cellular cleanse for sure. But I'm going to kind of go through everything. I'm going to go over the daily detox and I'm going to go over the seasonal detox. And I hope you'll find some things to take away. There's a lot of things that we can be doing. I know before I talked to you today, I talked to you about stress and I talked to you about sleep deprivation. I talked to you about inflammation and cortisol and how they can suppress insulin secretion and create weight loss resistance. Same thing with toxins, and toxins can do exactly the same thing. So we really need to discuss this. I mentioned how frequent snacking also keeps blood sugar levels elevated and shifts your metabolism in a sugar burning mode, which doesn't allow your body to tap into that stored fat for fuel. I talked to you earlier about sitting and how sitting can be so inflammatory, right? It doesn't expend enough energy to counterbalance our eating despite any of our exercise. So we really need to caution ourselves with the sort of non-movement hours of the day, right? Moving from, event to event, shifting into scheduling our movement. Sometimes I get it. We get busy. We get so busy and we want to finish projects and we've got deadlines and it doesn't help that we're busy, right? So, putting that break into our schedule certainly helps, right? Eating movement after our meals, especially after dinner, where we want to kind of sit down and relax so much and we're tired, but having that 20-minute movement break after dinner is so crucial, so helpful. So, I also wanted to talk to you, with the detoxification that we're going to discuss right now. Another reason that this is so important is because hormonal imbalance can be caused by so many different things. One is exposure to chemicals like pesticides and plasticides. You're like, I don't use plastic. Well, plastics are inside our creams and our lipsticks. It's preservatives that are in our body lotions that we don't even imagine have plasticizers, and our bodies are, we're enveloped in the skin that is our largest organ, and we absorb everything we put on our skin. So that's a big deal. Internal stress, like internal stressors from heavy metal accumulation from eating those bigger fish or eating foods that have preservatives and chemicals in them, from viruses, whatever they are, H. pylori from infections, from gut infections. A lot of people don't even realize that they're carriers of these things. Deficiencies are another thing. Micronutrients like our minerals, our vitamins, and those little things that we don't even realize that we're deficient in. Digestive health, that's a huge one. Excess alcohol, and it takes very little alcohol to be stressed from alcohol. So if you store too many toxins and chemicals, you're likely going to be storing them in fatty tissue. And that can be one of those things that causes not to be able to lose weight if we're so toxic. That's a huge thing. So no matter how much you might exercise or how much clean food you eat, it's going to be hard to get rid of. So it's always a great idea to do some detoxing as you lose weight. So progesterone, as we go into menopause or perimenopause, declines much faster with age than estrogen even. And by the time a woman reaches about 30 to 50, she can develop estrogen dominance. And how that happens is that your estrogen or your progesterone decreases, and then as a sort of a factor that you, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my dog. Mama, hey, Mochi, hey, Mama, come. You have to be so careful here with snakes. Mama. Real life, huh? So I digress. So estrogen dominance. So we want to be very, very careful. If we're eating too many soy products, especially unfermented soy products, that can create estrogen dominance. So it's a good thing to get your hormones tested, your cortisol levels tested, your steroidal hormones, which would be your progesterones, your testosterone, and your estrogen. And men and women have all of them. It's just that women have more estrogen and progesterone, and men have more testosterone. But women need that testosterone too for libido, progesterone for skin, for energy and maintenance and metabolism. So super important to get these things tested every, let's say, 6 to 8 months, even if you can, or every year. So estrogen dominance, when that happens, we'll see fat accumulation. It becomes more harder to lose weight. Our metabolism seems to slow down. Our skin tends to thin. Men can also experience similar age-related issues like testosterone lowering and estrogen rising. So as you lose weight, you want to do it safely and slowly. So what are some strategies that you might want to try to prevent hormone-related weight issues and release the fat and the toxins once we realize it doesn't need to be there? So some of the nice ideas and are well known and well reported in the literature. Big deal here, like everyone can do this, is eating more cruciferous vegetables. What are cruciferous vegetables? Those are kind of the bitter greens. They're the broccolis, the Brussels sprouts, the cabbage, the cauliflower. All these beautiful vegetables have something called indole 3-carbinol, IC3. It's an antioxidant, and it helps you metabolize extra estrogen in your body. Now, one of the best containers of IC3 is broccoli sprouts. Now, broccoli sprouts, I find them everywhere. A lot of people aren't even knowledgeable about the broccoli sprouts. They just look at the pea sprouts or the sunflower sprouts or the radish sprouts, but they're not sure about the broccoli. And I'm telling you, most places have broccoli sprouts now, so check them out. I like to put them on burgers, on my salmon, on my salad. It's great. I like to pair it with something a little acidic, like a vinegar or a lemon. That's delicious. I also love to, you can make a veggie burger with portobello mushrooms and sprouts and mustard. That's lovely. So it's very easy to get the cruciferous vegetables. Now, if you find it difficult, you can try a product. It's called True Brock, and it's desiccated broccoli. It's I think very lightly steamed, so all of the antioxidants get very well absorbed. You can find it online. And I also have some products on my portal that I recommend that have a ton of IC3 and are very beneficial for hormone metabolism. The other factor is fiber. Fiber acts like a sponge that soaks up all the toxins, not all the toxins, but a lot of toxins from your system as they're released. And so for this reason, if you're on any kind of fat loss regimen, you really want to aim for at least 35 to 40 grams of fiber per day. Now, most people that are on a plant-based diet have no problems getting 30 to 40 to 50 grams of fiber. If you have sluggish bowels, you might want to supplement a little bit with, let's say, a psyllium or a flax or a chia, and you want to make sure that you're drinking loads of water when you do supplement with fiber. Otherwise, you'll have just the opposite problem as getting rid of, you know, as speeding up your bowels. You're actually slow down the bowel movements. So other things like produce, for instance, berries have a ton of fiber, probably the most amount of fiber of all the fruits. Seeds and nuts are amazing for just keeping those bowels moving. The other thing that I'd want to really recommend highly is to install a really good water filter. Now, we have a 9-stage filtration system, and it's like reverse osmosis, and it's got a coconut filter, and then it remineralizes the water once it's out, once it's, you know, it sucks out all the impurities and the fluoride and the chlorine. Bare minimum, you want to remove the fluoride and the chlorine. If you have a purifier that doesn't do that, you really need to look at getting that. Fluoride and chlorine interfere with thyroid hormone conversion. So you really want to make sure you're getting the halogen. Those are called the halogen minerals: chloride, chlorine, fluorine, and bromine or bromide. Bromine, yeah. So each area of the country has different problems with their water. So you want to go with a local company that knows what they're doing and removes the right stuff. Reverse osmosis is great for most, but some areas have, you know, some things that they need to do a little bit more of a less of. And so you'll want to find out and get a unit for sure with a built-in remineralizer to refortify that water with things like calcium, magnesium, and potassium. So that would be a very, very good option for you. Be careful of the water purifiers that you are going to use in like pour-throughs that store in plastic, because you're just, you know, you're defeating the purpose if you're storing the stuff in plastic, because you're going to absorb the plastic in the water. Okay. Speaking of plastics, you want to get the plastics out of your kitchen. Use glass and then stainless steel to hold your leftovers. You know, a plastic top is okay, providing it doesn't touch the food. You know, it was so funny today. My husband was so sweet, and he bought some, you know, those Mexican carrots that are like pickled carrots and peppers, and were so delicious. And it's a local place that they sell at the grocery store, but they're placed in plastic. So the problem with that is it's acid and plastic, not a good combination. So salsas and things like that in plastic, no bueno, don't buy it, okay? Lemon juice, don't buy it. It's just leaching the plastic, okay? Salad dressings, vinegar-based foods, even tomato sauce in plastic, not a good idea, okay? So, so you've got some ideas there with plastic, getting rid of it, the water filter, eating more fiber and cruciferous vegetables, super, super basic. There are even things like using herbs and spices that are incredibly detoxifying. One herb in particular, cilantro, is the most, I call it my liver herb, and using like I'll make pestos and sauces and spreads made of cilantro. You can even blend cilantro with some olive oil, and that's good enough. So those are really good options. Now, other items for the home, you want to think about bringing less stuff into your home, right? So like if you are buying a new appliance, you want to be careful, let it off gas in the garage or something, or somewhere where it's not in your house space, because those things have petroleum-based items and parts that off gas in your home. You know, they say that the dirtiest, most polluted air is actually inside versus outside. Take your shoes off. Okay, when I used to live in Canada, we would like never, I learned to always take my shoes off. You just never bring your shoes inside. So no shoes inside the house. That really helps. If you have an animal, what I like to do is I have a little spray bottle of natural essential oils, and I'll wipe down, it's like super diluted. I'll wipe down their paws with that. And then if we're going on a hike, I put them in the basin and we just do their paws, right? So that really, really does help. Also thinking about your computer or your phone. If you go to a cafe and you put your stuff down and you come home, you got a lot of toxins on the, people are sneezing or there's dirt and exhaust. I'm more apt to worry about like the pollutants out there, like the pesticides and the pollutants and the exhaust and all the petroleum-based products than anything else. And of course, we have to worry about COVID. So, barring COVID, I wouldn't be so, careful about the dirt, that we're touching. But there's something different between chemicals and also viruses versus dirt from your backyard. That stuff is really good for your system. That's actually providing you with excellent, protection, microbiome protection. So you're getting that beautiful dirt in your system. You want to think about all the things that touch your body the most. For instance, your bedding. That's a huge thing. Buying organic sheets, organic pillowcases. They're easy to find. I love a brand called I think it's called Koyuchi, and also Avocado. That's the two companies, Koyuchi. Crate and Barrel and Pottery Barn also have their organics. You want to wash things in mild, like organic soaps. I can look for the name, but there are tons out there. You can find them on Amazon, organic soaps that have essential oils instead of perfumes. That's really great. Your yoga mats that, you're on all the time. You want to just spray that down, wash them if you can, if they're washable with soap and water. Sweating is your best way to support your toxin elimination. Really is. If you can get out there and sweat every day, that would be amazing. I don't have one, but I'm going to get one, an infrared sauna. There is so many benefits to infrared sauna, from lowering blood pressure, supporting detox, cardiovascular health, immune health. It is incredible. So do your research on infrared sauna. I'll try to do a talk on infrared sauna. It's amazing. And you can find them for like 1 or 2 people for a small room, and you can put it in there. Like I have a yoga room, and I can put that in my yoga room and have, still have ample room. Okay, so let's talk about detox a little bit deeper. Okay, as we speak, your body is actually detoxifying right now. Every second of the day, your body is in detox mode, okay? Even if you haven't been eating or drinking greens or green juices all week, or using special green powders all day, you're still detoxing. A lot of people use detox in different ways, and some of them are right and some of them are not right. But we create these internal messes every single day that we need a detoxification for. So like, there's a good chance if we, create a mess in our systems, right? Eating too much sugar, drinking too much alcohol, eating too many carbs, not exercising. We don't clean it up. There's a good chance that we're going to get sick more often, or we just might feel the yuck all the time, right? Or we might not lose the weight that we were trying to lose off of our body. So our bodies are designed. We're like so well designed. We're like little machines that know how to detox if we get our system regulated, okay? So there's tons of ways, and I'm going to tell you a few ways right now that you can support this, all right? So there's 2 really major ways, major phases that the body goes through with detox, okay? And it's about conversion, okay? So detox, you have phase 1 and phase 2. This is what you really need to know. There's many phase 3 and 4, but these are the main ones, okay? So this is where the body goes to work to convert the toxins into waste that get eliminated. And the funny thing is that it can be kind of messy, okay? And it can create more free radicals, those free radicals, those buzzing unpaired electrons, the stuff that you're trying to get rid of. And it adds even more toxic load if that isn't cleaned up, all right? So the detox work is never completely done. So during this first phase, your body is kind of marking all the toxins for elimination. When I think about it, like it's putting all the stuff that needs cleaning up in your car or in your home into like little boxes and marking it trash, donation, bring back to the kitchen. You get what I mean? So there's the good news is there's certain foods for support of phase one detox. So what should you eat? So I have one easy thing that you will love, and it's so easy. Plants. All right. Easy, right? You're eating them anyway. So some of the best detoxifying favorites of mine are greens. Love greens. Love my avocados, my spinach, my greens, my even my bananas and my fruit, my berries, right? A plant-rich diet is always going to help promote your body's natural detox. Even things like hemp seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, easy to digest seeds like that are fabulous. All right. So that's your phase one, right? It's marking, it's preparing, it's packaging up the toxins to be finally eliminated. So detox phase two is about the elimination. So this is where the body starts moving all the toxins that we talked about that were marked for taking away. Now, the body actually adds specific nutrients to these harmful toxins in order so that they can be eliminated. All right. So the great part about this phase is that this is when the body removes used hormones like the excess estrogen and thyroid hormones, which now can reduce your risk for certain cancers. So it's fabulous. Now, phase two foods help the body convert those toxins for elimination. So this is where you want to get in your broccoli. Broccoli is the best for detox, and other cruciferous vegetables, and choose plant proteins like hemp seeds and things like that for protein and healthy fats, but also sesame seeds. Seaweed is a fabulous one. Certain seaweeds are amazing for binding those toxins. This is another time where you want to really enjoy the onion family, the leeks, the garlic, the radishes, and well, radish isn't really an onion family, but shallots are, green onions, scallions, and then also those bitter radishes, right? Radishes are amazing for detox. Now imagine having some cut up radishes with some cilantro pesto. Delicious detox snack or like a little salad. So those are amazing things that you could do. So again, you're packaging them up. Phase one, phase two, you're eliminating, right? Lemon is also a good one for both phases, okay? Especially for phase two. All right, so here's the thing. You can help speed this up with some supplements. Now, my favorites are getting some good plant proteins, but also some broccoli and broccoli seeds with glucoraphanin to help support that detoxification. I'm going to put together a little protocol. I'm going to put it inside this package here. It's going to be 3 things. With all the food that you're eating, it's all great. Plant, green, rich herbs, you're doing great. But you can bump it up by using a product called resveratrol. Resveratrol is a plant nutrient product you can just use on a daily basis. It has broccoli seeds in it. And also using a product called Liver Cleanse from Gaia Herbs. Super easy. These are all super basic and not like super stimulating. So that's what I love. And then lastly, some medicinal mushroom from Shaga. That's a superfood powder from Om Nutrition. You probably heard of the Om products. They're great. And I love these mushroom products because they contain tons and tons of polyphenols that help to combat these free radicals. And you just throw 1 teaspoon in, let's say, smoothie or your coffee or tea, and it's absolutely amazing. Love, 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 love Shaga. I hope that you found this interesting, and I want to see you doing your natural detox. I mean, one of the best natural detoxes is having a little bit of lemon and lemon water. Love that every morning, but going a little bit further with a little bit of polyphenol support with the mushrooms and all the other things to help just boost that mechanism of detox. So hope that was fun and informative, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks.